Morning, it is Thursday and this is our 20th reflection for Lent, and today we're reading from John's testimony, John's Gospel, which is chapter 17 verses 20 to 23. I ask not only on behalf of these, but also on behalf of those who will believe in me through their word, that they may all be one. As you, Father, are in me and I am in you, may they also be in us, so that the world may believe that you have sent me. The glory that you have given me, I have given them, so that they may be one as we are one, I in them and you in me, that they may become completely one, so that the world may know that you have sent me and loved them even as you have loved me. John's story about Jesus is building up to Jesus's hour. So Jesus talks a lot about my hour has not yet come, and it's quite pacey. There's quite a kind of build up to this story, and then we kind of get to the chapters just before 17 as well, where everything slows down and Jesus is just explaining to the disciples like what this has all been about, all these years that they've been following him. What has this been for? What is this about? And what's to come, which is Jesus's hour, which comes after this in chapters 18 and 19. And then you get this lovely moment of prayer, like really priestly prayer, where Jesus is asking the Father, Jesus is revealing something about his relationship in the Father, this Trinity, this dance, and therefore what he's offering to us to join into. And it's really beautiful, and yeah, I don't know what your parent-child relationship might be like, what your parents were like, or how you are as a parent if you are fortunate enough to be one. But sadly we see lots of very broken relationships in families, and I suppose no more so than this week, sadly in the royal family. And we just see this bitterness and division. I think people have really experienced it in lockdown. Cracks might appear because we've all been stuck inside with each other. Sadly, domestic violence is on the rise, and we see it in all our relationships, don't we? This kind of fractured division. Church is supposed to be family. We see it in churches. I've seen some pretty upsetting and distressing comments even on other people's family situations, which has just caused so much division and strife. And we know this is not how it's meant to be. I think there's something deep down, although we know this is the story over and over, generation after generation. Our humanness, our brokenness, our ease to walk into dysfunction, and our tendency to bring division or create division. We somehow know, whether you know Jesus or not, I think we all somehow know this is not really how it's meant to be, that there is another way, but it is definitely beyond our reach. And here we see what we can be called into, and it's totally beyond our abilities, but it's something Jesus, by what he does through his hour, through his death and resurrection on the cross. It's something that he invites us into, this wonderful, beautiful dance between Father, Son and Spirit. We get to be called into this, and all our old divisions, no matter how much therapy you've done or how much you've worked on yourself, nothing compares to what Jesus can and will complete in your life, to invite you into this beautiful dance between Father, Son and Spirit. And yeah, I think that's all there is really to say. It's this amazing invitation, and we know, we as Christians are, we believe that there will be a time where there will be no more tears, no more strife, no more dysfunction and division, and we have that to look forward to, and we can do something about it now. There's something about the call to follow Jesus now, that even the disciples then around Jesus are called to live differently. Something has started, something about this divine reality that we get brought into has started with Jesus, with his birth, with his teaching, with his death, with his resurrection. So although we know there's more to come, we are in the now called to do and live differently by the power of the Holy Spirit, because again, it's not something we can do on our own. I've tried, it's not possible. So perhaps that's the point. We should pray and ask where there are divisions that we have caused or made worse, or even unintentionally created. Is there something that we need to bring to the Lord and ask for the Holy Spirit to help us do differently? So again, the prayer from this book, Rooted in Love, today is, I think, really poignant. Dear Lord, all too often I am engulfed in my own thoughts, desires, hopes and dreams. Yet I recognise that on my own I add to the dysfunctionality of the world. Help me to dance your divine dance, to seek your truth and to live out my life in the power of your forgiveness. Help me also to show forgiveness to others as we strive for the unity that Jesus prays for and the cross that makes that a reality. Amen. Amen. I've got my other fairy companion again today. It's so cold outside. She also says goodbye.